I just hate that word sick because it kind of feels like you're losing something.
But the word sick had a much different meaning for Cal Poly Jr. Sarah Islas.
And he said that it looks like a tumor has formed on my ovary and that they'll need to do surgery as soon as possible.
That was one of 2 surgeries, leaving Sarah without an ovary, without a fallopian tube, and without an appendix, all while battling diabetes.
Were there a lot of tears through this whole process?
Yeah, there were a lot. And, you know, some were happy tears and some were sad, and some were just the tears of not knowing.
Did you ever think about that? Like, what would my family do if I wasn't here? Did death cross your mind?
I mean, yes and no. I don't think I really understood the term death. I had never, lost anyone close to me. But just seeing the fear in my sisters always got me, you know. Yeah, because when you're young, you know, I'm thinking about who am I going to go to prom with this year, you know, where am I going to go to college, things like that. And then these questions started coming up like, well, you know, am I going to have kids someday? Am I going to go through chemotherapy? You know, am I going to live for a year, 2 years, 10 years?
But no cancer could defeat love.
How did family play a part in getting you through the whole process?
I'm the oldest of 3, and I always want to seem like the cool big sister, or like the strong, smart big sister. And something like this, you just kind of have to put your guard down and be like, guys, I'm really sad and I'm really scared. And those are some of the most powerful moments in my memory.
I know for me, my relationship with my mom is so important. I've never been through anything like you have. Specifically, your relationship with your mom. How did that help you get through it?
My mom and I laughed at the same times, and we cried at the same times. We were afraid at the same times, and it was just so great having that comfort of never being alone.
And friends made sure of that too.
When I found out, I think she told me in class, we had our first period together, and I didn't really understand it at first, and so she explained it to me, and I was really scared for her.
Maddie had been my best friend, one of my best friends all throughout high school, and I think it was scary for my friends to hear the diagnosis too. We were all kind of in denial.
But getting through it together once, they know they could do it again.
I never thought about that, of it coming back, because I thought once it was removed, I thought everything would be good. But now that I think about it, now that we're in the same place, it is nice that I can always be there for her.
But healthy ever since, Sarah plans to use her sickness and her experience at Cal Poly to shape the rest of her life.
I'm a business major and I want to do marketing and advertising, and I want to make sure that whatever I market for is something I'm passionate about. And so, you know, healthcare seems really obvious. I have such a high admiration for modern medicine. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't be here without it.
Do you remember any one thing that somebody told you, whether it was a family member or a friend or a doctor, that stuck with you ever since you were sick?
I'll always remember waking up to my grandma and just her saying, I just wanted to be close to you, because I feel like if there was any reoccurring theme throughout that, it was seeing how many great people I'm close to.
Do you consider yourself a survivor?
I guess I do, yeah, but I always think about people that have had it worse, you know, people who had to go through chemo and radiation, people that have lost family members, and yeah, you know, I survived a hard ordeal, but, you know, there are so many people out there that have survived worse, and I think it just creates a beautiful community.
And for Sarah, there was always a silver lining.
I've come to realize that it takes really, really bad things in life to make you appreciate the good. So I can't help but think that if I didn't have those things happen, that I wouldn't be as appreciative of things like I am now.